Welcome back to another video where I tell juicy story time. So today I'll be telling you guys a story time on my first ever time getting into a fight. Yes, I was in the 5th grade, and that's when like fights were like popular when I was in the 5th grade, because I was in the 4th and down to the 1st. There was no fights existing in my years when I was born. I was born in 2006, July 12th. I am a Cancer, so welcome, babies. But I'm gonna get started into the story time about my first ever time getting jumped. Mind you, I was about 12 or 13. I can't remember my age because it was a very long time ago, but I know when I was in the 5th grade, it was like 2019, 2019 or 2020. All the time I was in 5th grade. But we're gonna get straight into the video, and this is like when I was like coming from Florida, because I used to be in Florida. Well, I'm in Florida now, but I used to be in Florida, but I moved to Michigan. So I've been in Michigan for like 6 years, and I'm back here. I came here like 10 months ago, and I'm still new to here, so welcome back. Anyone in Florida, hey, I'm here. But I'm taking just story time on my first ever time getting into a fight in the 5th grade, and I'm gonna tell you guys how it all started. So I was in the 5th grade. I was 13, 12. I'm not sure what age I was, but I was in the 5th grade. Everything was going well. I had like the coolest ever friends, and it was the best. I loved like my elementary school years because I was so popular, and I had so many cool friends that like were down and loyal and down to like, you know, have fun with me. And it was like the greatest years of all time was elementary school. I am now currently in high school, so things are going pretty up and down, but you know, I'm getting there. But I had the best elementary school friends ever, and it was just the best time ever. Comment down below if you liked your elementary school years or you like your high school years. If you're still in elementary school, you got some time, baby. But anyways, I had the good friends or whatever, and there was just like this one girl who always hated me and picked on me and picked on my flaws, and she just didn't like me. It's like you always have like that one friend that you just don't like, but you never said it. Yeah, she was that, but towards me. She hated me. She never liked me. Whenever I hung out with my friends, she would get mad. When I was the new girl in my school, she was mad. Everybody just mad because I was new. You know, when that new girl come in, everybody just jealous. Like, who is she? She thinks she can take my friend? No, that's how they were. They were just like ill to me. But I ignored that or whatever, and I just went along with it. Don't mind the stuff in the background, because I have like family members out there that I don't know. That's why I'm in the room, because like whenever family members come over, I come in my room, because like, who are they? Anyways, back to the story. You know, like people that just didn't like you. She didn't like me. She always hated me. It was just blah blah blah. And I did have a boyfriend currently in 5th grade, so you know, things were like kind of but we currently broke up. Like after the fight, he just didn't want me, so he broke up with me like 2 days before the fight, and I started just pouring out crying in class. That's another video. But she just hated me, didn't like me. So it was the day when we were like getting to go. It was the day like when I was like getting to go to lunch or whatever, because after our school time we would have like history hour, reading hour, then we would go to lunch, and then we would come back from lunch and we would have like math hour. It was just like elementary, like straightforward things. If you know, you know. If the girls know, guys know, you know. But while I was like walking to lunch or whatever, like, and not walking to lunch, I was walking to recess. So it was recess, and then we had to go home. So I was like lining up to go to recess, because after lunch we had math, and then after math we would have like recess. We'd come back in for a little snack. So I was going for we were going to snack time, and I was like lining up, and as we were lining, like the other classrooms, you could see straight through like everybody's classrooms. You could see like everybody teaching. I'm not telling you that the walls were like straight glass through, like you could see everybody in the classroom, but there was like this one little tilt area where you could see the girl that didn't like me. Like she would like sit next to the window where you could see her, like she was seeable. And the girl that didn't like me, I guess she didn't like me because like when I was new, she hated that I wasn't giving her any attention or whatever. And you know, in elementary school, when you're the new girl, you're gonna get in like a lot of drama with other people, because you would have like friends from other inside courses that like, hey, I thought we were friends, I met her first. It was like they were fighting over me, and I had to pick one side. I had to pick one section, like, hey, I'm cool with you, I want to be friends with you, not her. So I eventually cut her off because like she was too much drama and she just hated me and didn't like me. So as I was walking towards my recess, she goes and sticks up the middle finger at me. She just flicks me off with the middle finger. I'm not gonna really do it on YouTube, but she just does this with the middle finger. She flicks me off, and I was like, hey, I'm not a punk. So I flick her back off with the middle finger, and then she's like this. She's like, literally, like, after I do that, she's like this, you're gonna get it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? So like the whole entire time I'm shaking my hands. I didn't tell nobody I was getting in the fight because I didn't want nobody to know that my fight was coming. At the end of the day, I didn't want nobody to know that, so I just kept quiet and I didn't say a word. Like, I was just scared and everything. So after recess, I was just keeping it cool. I told some people, like most of my close friends, the people that I hung around, and they already know. It wasn't 2 months of me being new, so I was kind of an old student, but I already told them. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get your back, I'm gonna fight them. If anybody try to fight you, I'm gonna be there for you. And I was just shaking. And then after recess, we came back in for like a little snack, and I was still like worried because I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl is just crazy. And I was like, I know what's coming. And it was like the end of the day, and I was running to my bus. I literally put on my hoodie and I just start walking so fast, trying to look like undisguisable, like nobody would see me. Guess what? Her bigger friend caught me and she was like, oh, so you want to fight my friend, so you got drama with my friend? And I was just like, no, I never even want to fight her. She just flicked me off in some weird type of disrespectful way, so I just did it right back to her. And then her friend's like, oh yeah, no, you ain't gonna do that, that's my best friend. I got my best friend's back. So I turned around, like I'm like, whatever, I'm not even. And then one of my friends was like, look. And I turned around, she like pulled my hoodie off and she just got on top of me and started fighting me, knowing that her friend that was a punk that was supposed to be fighting me didn't fight me. So she had to get her big best friend to come beat me up, and she jumped me, and yes, she won the fight. And I don't even think it was fair because she swore me. Like, I was just walking and it just didn't make sense. The whole entire fight didn't make sense. But I got jumped. I didn't really get beat up because she just got on top of me. She started like punching me in the face, and I had a couple bruises. I had a bruise right here, and I had like one on my neck. I just had 2 bruises because she was mainly punching right here and like right here, and I couldn't see. So I just, like, you know when you get punched in the face and you start getting dizzy and you can't really see nothing? That's how she was on top of me. And then after the fight, she went and as the fight was going on, the security guards came in and is like, oh, stop. And then she started to cry or whatever. The girl who jumped me and beat me up, she started to cry. And I even missed my bus for this stuff because it was at the end of the day where everybody was on the bus saw me. But people can really see me because like people was around the fight. It was like people that I known that was gathered around the fight. So I guess she got suspended, and I came back the next day. Everybody was like, oh my god, are you okay, whatever. But after the fight, when the security came, like, the security watched the fight as I was getting jumped, but after like the fight was over, she want to come up now and stop the fight while the fight was still going. So she was like, she got her off of me or whatever because she was on top of me when I was laying on the floor or whatever. She just kept punching me or whatever, but she didn't pull my hair, she didn't do none of that. She just kept punching me in my face, and she couldn't fight. Clearly she couldn't fight or whatever. We was in the 5th grade. Hey, she was doing her thing. I didn't know how to fight, so that was my first ever fight. But I wasn't no punk at all because she flicked me off and I flicked her off, and I was supposed to be fighting her other friend, but her other friend was scary to fight me, so she gonna get her other friend to come in. Please, I was ready. I would have fought her friend, the girl who actually stuck the middle finger at me. Fuck you, no hard feelings. Fuck you, because you is a punk. Like, you was supposed to be fighting me, but you gonna get your best friend to fight me? Yeah, you a punk for real. But whatever, on to that part. After the fight, whatever, after her big best friend got done fighting me, which she had nothing to do with the drama, she just wanted to help out her friend because her friend couldn't fight. The girl that was supposed to be fighting, she couldn't even fight. She started crying and be like, oh, I'm so sorry, are you okay? I'm so sorry for punching you, doing this and that. Like, bitch, you really gonna apologize? Really? Like, you should never even start the fight anyways. And you know what's crazy? She go on the same bus as me. So I was not safe at all. And at the time, I had my little sister was on the bus with me, so my little sister and me went to school together, and I did not want my little sister to know that I got jumped. But as soon as I didn't make it onto that bus and I was late to the bus, people on the bus told everybody, oh, oh, my sister named Avia. She was like, oh, Avia, your sister got jumped. And it was so embarrassing, and they still drag me to this day that I got jumped. They still drag me about it, bully me about it to this day. And I don't have my sister here with me right now. She's in Michigan while I'm in Florida, but it's just too much drama. But that's it on the time where I got jumped. And that's the end of this video. If you like, comment, and subscribe, and bye.